What's up, you guys? Good morning, good afternoon, I don't know. It's good morning here. I'm just packing up. I'm headed to the airport. I have my flight back to India. And as promised, I wanted to make sure I do a detailed review of my first ever pair of the Salomons, and I could get my hands on a Salomon XT-4. Now, for those of you that don't know, Salomon is a French-based company. They're based in Annecy. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. If I'm not, let me know in the comments. An interesting trivia for you guys is that I actually applied, I think about 3 months ago, for a role at Salomon for their global influencer marketing project. They primarily make hiking or trekking boots. I think the company was formed to make snow boots or the snow clip-ons. They become really fashionable. You can see it all over Hidden NY, Basement Approved, and whatever other archival kind of a page that you see on Instagram. Now, the two sneakers that are sought after the most are the XT4 and the XT6. Now, when I walked into the Carnival store, they had 4 pairs, which were, I think, 3 XT4s and 1 XT6, and they only had this one pair in my size of the XT4. It's my first pair of Salomons, and they had to be bangers, and I ended up picking up something that I otherwise wouldn't. Bam! There you go. This is the Salomon XT4. I don't know what the colorway is. Let me read that quickly. Evening, Primrose, Mint Leaf, and Lolite. I need to show you the size chart though, because sizing is going to be a question, right? I go by my UK sizing and seldom by my US sizing, so I'm a UK 8 when it comes to Jordan 1s, Air Max 1s. I go down a half size on an Air Force 1, a UK 7.5. On most Yeezys, I'm a UK 8.5, right? So I go up a half size. And on the New Balance, for those of you who are also into New Balance, on the 2002R, I'm an 8.5, but on the 990s and the 992s, I'm a UK 8. So I ended up going with a UK 8 on this pair, which is a UK 8.5. So the sizing on a Salomon runs like an Adidas or like a New Balance. So a UK 8 becomes a US 8.5 versus Nike, where a UK 8 is a US 9. This sneaker is kind of narrow, but the toe box is long, right? So I tried on an 8.5 at the store, which they had, and I felt like there was this much of space in front of my toe. So I decided to ask them if they could get me a UK 8, and I got this pair. So you have this underlay that's all mesh on this pair, goes from a darker green to a brighter green on the toe box, and this overlay again is, I think it's carbon fiber. It looks like a TPU cage, but that's like hyperfused carbon fiber or something. But what it does is make the sneaker really light, really light. The toe box feels very breathable because of that mesh right here. And obviously, you're reading Salomon Lab. I think it's something like Nike Lab. You have this ACS system, I think that's called an Agile Chassis system, and this orange plate that runs through the pair is what gives you that stability. Your midsole has, again, it has an AC2 muscle. I'm not too sure what it is, but I gotta tell you right off the bat, the ride is quite firm on this pair. It's not like an Ultra Boost cushion or a New Balance cushion. It's a very firm, because it's supposed to be an outdoor pair. Speaking of which, we go into the outsole. It's all done in red, and you can see those grooves. Super grippy, super grippy. And then you obviously have this contra grip chevron. Going to the back of the pair, you have a heel cup that's quite strong and solid to provide you with the support that you need. You have this draw cord, like a bungee kind of a cord. So to put it on and put it off, you just have this toggle switch, which you squeeze and it comes undone, and then you squeeze and tighten it as much as you need to. Now, I just noticed that under the tongue, here you have the Salomon branding. This label that runs through over here, which says XTS Lab 4, it's always the same color. So it adds that pop even on a basic pair. But what I was talking about, and what I got distracted from, is the fact that once you do this cords up, if you don't want them dangling around, you can just lift this pocket right here and tuck it in. Let me show you. There you go. I've tucked it all under this, and then you have your tongue, which is a padded mesh tongue. Now, like I was saying, the ride's quite firm on this pair, and that's made slightly better with the presence of an Lolite insole, so it gives you enough of cushioning that you would need. You also have the Salomon Lab branding done right here, and this toe box or this mud guard, it's solid. It's like rubber, proper solid, so I think that's to protect your feet. You could hit a rock. Then you see this mild hyperfusing layer that runs through here, keeping your lace eyelets in place. Now, for those of you wondering what's the difference between an XT4 and an XT6, an XT6 is supposed to be a improvement over the XT4. I'm not aware tech-wise how does it make a difference, but I know that it's not as bulky as the XT4. The XT4 is a lot more bulky. You probably look at a side-by-side comparison and see that an XT6 is a lot more sleeker. And you've seen me pick up New Balance. Now I've got a Salomon. I'm trying to change my rotation a little bit rather than keeping the same two brands and repeating across them. I also noticed they have a pronation control done right here on the inner side, so I think a pronation is how your foot lands when you're running. It can either over pronate or under pronate or just pronate, I think. So they have a pronation control, so that could be good because mine pronate inwards, whatever that is. We got solid padding on the heel, just sufficient, I'd say. You thought I was fitting you? I hope so. So that's it, that's the review about this pair. This is my first one, non-collab. I'm really excited. I picked up such an outrageous color. I hope I'm able to style it well. I'm not gonna slip them on feet. So I'm wearing the pair right now on feet, and I've been wearing it for about 15-20 minutes, and it's quite snug. I don't think with wear it would change a lot or open up because it's obviously all engineered mesh and nylon and all of that stuff. So if you have broad feet, I would highly recommend you go up a half size from your UK size, or stay true to a US size, which should be your Nike US size, which should be a US 9 in my case, and I got a US 8.5. So like you guys can tell, I've been wearing this pair now a fair bit. I think 3 days back to back, and I gotta say, because of this rubber mud guard, there's absolutely no give in the toe area. It's super stiff, so I definitely would recommend you guys go up a half size. And if you have broad feet, absolutely go up a half size, because around this area it really digs into your feet. Do I wish I went up a half size? No, because the space was too much. But man, yeah, because of this rubber mud guard, it really doesn't let your toes flex. So I'm hoping the more I wear it, it opens up a little bit. I'll keep you guys posted. All right, thanks for staying all the way to the end, you guys. This is it for this review of the Salomon XT-4. If you're new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up as well. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.